Alright guys, today's goal, the learner will master completing the square of quadratic equations. To complete the square for the expression x squared plus bx, you add b divided by 2 squared. Okay? In each diagram, the combined area of the shaded regions is x squared plus bx. So there's x squared, there's plus the bx. By adding b divided by 2 squared completes the square. So you add those in. Add that piece in. It completes the square. Okay? So x squared plus bx plus b divided by 2 squared equals the quantity x plus b divided by 2 times the quantity x plus b divided by 2, which is the quantity x plus b divided by 2 squared. The biggest thing is, notice there's no a, it has to be 1x, okay? So let's take a look at some examples. It says, find the value of c that makes the expression a perfect square trinomial. Then write the expression as the square of the binomial. Okay, so they want you to find this c. Well, c equals b divided by 2 squared 49. So that equals, remember, x plus b divided by 2 squared. The quantity x plus b divided by 2 squared. Well, that's x plus 7 squared. Okay, now here, this would be c equals negative 9 divided by 2 squared, which would be 81 over 4. Now this is the big thing it changes. It's x minus, since it's net minus 9x, so it's x minus b divided by 2 squared. This one you can't simplify, so we're done. Okay? So that's how we complete the square. Now let's take a look at how to apply that. Solve the equation by finding the square root. Well, in order to do that, now, here's the thing. To me, check to see if this can factor into something. Well, this, what multiplies 9 adds to 6, 3, and 3. And isn't that x plus 3, the quantity x plus 3 squared? Because you have x plus 3 times x plus 3, so it's the quantity x plus 3 squared. Square root x plus 3 equals plus or minus 6. So x equals negative 3 plus or minus 6. So x equals negative 9 and 3. Because what I did was negative 3 plus 6 and negative 3 minus 6. Okay? So let's take a look at another one. So here we have x plus 12, x plus 12, because it multiplies to 144 as to 24, equals 100. Well, that's x plus 12 squared, the quantity x plus 12 squared. So you get square root. So you get x plus 12 equals plus or minus 10. So x equals negative 12 plus or minus 10. So x equals, well, negative 12 minus 10 is negative 22. Negative 12 plus 10, negative 2. So we're solving by taking square roots again. Let's take a look at another. Here it says solve the equation by completing the square. Okay, so completing the square. Well, we have this c here, but it doesn't factor. So what we have to do is we have to take this, move it over to the other side. So you get x squared plus 6x equals negative 4. Now we go x plus b divided by 2 squared equals -4 plus, well, we have to add that b divided by 2 squared to both sides. So here we get x plus 3, the quantity x plus 3 squared equals, well, -4 plus 9, 5. Square root both sides. X plus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 5. Subtract the 3 over, so you get x equals -3 plus or minus the square root of 5. Okay? Let's try another one. Okay, so there's a couple things we got to do here. One, we have 3x squared. That's not good. Remember, it's got to be 1x squared. So go ahead, divide everything by 3. So then we get x squared plus 4x minus 6 equals 0. Nothing multiplies -6 and adds 4, so get it to the other side. So you get x squared plus 4x equals 6. Then you get x squared plus 4x plus 2 squared equals 6 plus 2 squared. Because remember, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so b divided by 2 squared. And then that factors into x plus the quantity x plus 2 squared equals 6 plus 4. Square root both sides. So you get x plus 2 equals square root of 10 plus or minus. Subtract the 2, you get x equals -2 plus or minus square root 10. There we go. Let's move on. Alright, remember back to vertex form. Okay, recall that vertex form of a quadratic function is y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where hk is the vertex of the function's graph. To write a quadratic function in vertex form, use completing the square. So it says, write the quadratic function in vertex form, then identify the vertex. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, 0 equals x squared plus 6x plus 3. Subtract the 3 over to the other side. Okay. Complete the square. So you have -3 plus, no, not 3, b divided by 2 squared. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Equals x plus 3, the quantity x plus 3 squared. So now you get -3 plus 9 is 6 equals x plus 3 squared. Now get it equal to 0, so subtract the 6 over. So you would get 0 equals the quantity x plus 3 squared minus 6. And then I can go back to this. F of x equals the quantity x plus 3 squared minus 6. Okay, now, so there it's now in vertex form, and then it says, then identify the vertex. So the vertex, -3, -6. Okay? Let's take a look at one more problem. It says, solve by completing the square. Okay, so go ahead, divide everything by 2, remember, because it's got to be 1. So you get n squared minus 2n minus 7 equals 0. Finish that problem and bring it in. See you guys tomorrow.